There is a town in Tamil Nadu where the Lord who lives in the temple gave the town its name. The town is called Mannargudi. Mannar, the jewel king, Gudi, the temple town of the Lord who rules. Inside this town, behind walls so magnificent that a Tamil saying describes their beauty, Mannargudi Madil Alagu, stands one of the greatest Krishna temples in South India. A temple where the goddess never crosses the threshold, where Krishna is worshipped as the Southern Dwaraka, where couples come to pray for children, and where every Aadi, the festival of Andal, transforms this extraordinary temple into something that must be seen to be believed. This is the Rajagopalaswamy temple, Mannargudi, and this is its story. Welcome to Sthala Puranam, where we uncover the root stories of India's most sacred temples. Today we travel to Mannargudi, in the heart of the Cauvery Delta of Tamil Nadu. This is Chola country. The temple spreads across 23 acres, 16 gopurams, 7 prakarams, 24 shrines, 9 sacred water bodies and 2 wooden chariots. One of those chariots is among the largest wooden temple chariots in all of South India. The temple is called Champaka Ranyakshetram, the Champaka forest. It is called Dakshina Dwaraka. The Southern Dwaraka. It is called Vasudevapuri. Each name is a different way of saying, this is where he is. The Sthala Puranam of Mannargudi begins at the end of the Dwapara Yuga, the age of Lord Krishna. Two great sages, Gopralayar and Gopila, had dedicated their entire lives to the worship of Lord Krishna, the divine cowherd king of Dwaraka. They made the long journey to Dwaraka to receive his darshan in person, to see face to face the Lord they had worshipped through their entire lives. But when they arrived at Dwaraka, the Dwapara Yuga had ended. Krishna had ascended. The golden city had been swallowed by the ocean. The sages stood at the shore where Dwaraka had been and wept. And then the Lord appeared to them, not as the sovereign of Dwaraka, but as the compassionate friend who could not bear that his devotees had made this journey for nothing. He said, "Go south. In the Cauvery Delta, there is a forest of Champaka flowers. Pray there for my appearance. I will come." The sages walked south. They found the Champaka forest. They performed intense penance. And Lord Krishna appeared as Rajagopalaswamy, the royal cowherd king, in the Trebhanga posture with his divine flute, his consorts Rukmini and Satyabhama beside him. He declared he would remain in this Champaka forest forever as the Southern Dwaraka. The sages performed water sports with Lord Krishna in what is now the Haridra Nadhi tank. The sacred turmeric and fragrant powders from those divine sports have remained in the waters ever since. Haridra means turmeric. The Haridra Nadhi is the tank of the divine water sports, one of the largest temple tanks in South India. Now the story of the extraordinary 54-foot monolithic granite Garuda column at the temple entrance. Thirumangai one of the 12 Tamil Vaishnava saint poets, visited Mannargudi and found the Garuda column lying on the ground. Using only bales of cotton and the power of his devotion, he lifted this enormous granite pillar and set it upright. And then he left, without composing a single hymn for the Lord of Mannargudi. His pasuram have been lost, the column stands as his silent offering. The act of devotion without the word of devotion, the most mysterious tribute any Alvar ever made to any Lord. In the innermost sanctum stands the Moolavar, Paravasudeva, holding the conch and the discus, adorned with a silver kavasam, flanked by Sri Devi and Bhudevi. He is the cosmic Vishnu, vast, sovereign, beyond measurement. And then there is Rajagopalaswamy, the Urchavar, the processional deity, the soul of this temple. He stands tall in the Trebhanga posture, slightly leaning toward the cow, his golden whip rod in his right hand, his left hand resting on the shoulder of Satyabhama. He wears one of his own earrings in one ear. and in the other ear a gopi's earring. The story says that in his eagerness and delight during the divine water sports with the gopis, he put on the wrong earring and has kept it ever since. The most intimate and human detail of a divine image in any temple in South India. Devotees say the beauty of this idol is almost impossible to describe. The texts call him the most beautiful and attractive image of Vishnu in the world. Now to the most extraordinary tradition at Mannargudi, the Paditanda Pattini. The goddess here is Sri Sengamala Thayar, the red lotus goddess, a form of Mahalakshmi with 4 arms and eyes like lotus blooms. But Sengamala Thayar traditionally does not cross the threshold of the temple. She does not take the chariot beyond the outer gates. In the Sri Vaishnava tradition, this is understood as the completeness of the goddess within her divine home. She is already everywhere. The devotee comes to her. Within the temple is the shrine of Santhana Gopalan, the child Krishna lying on Adiseshan, his right toe in his mouth. A Chola period bronze of extraordinary workmanship. Couples who are praying for children come here and cradle the Santhana Gopalan idol in their arms, holding the divine child as they would hold their own child. The act of holding the divine child is simultaneously the prayer for and the rehearsal of the parenthood they seek. The Rajagopalaswamy temple celebrates festivals every month, 300 days of annual Utsavams. No other Perumal temple in the world observes this. The grandest is the 18-day Panguni Brahmotsavam, culminating in the Rajaradorchavam, the chariot festival, when the enormous wooden tear is pulled through the streets of Mannargudi by thousands of devotees. On the 12th day is the Garuda Seva. Rajagopalaswamy on the golden Garuda vehicle with the twin umbrella Seva, one of the most revered events in the Vaishnava tradition. On the 16th day is the Vennai Thazhi Utsavam, fresh butter offered directly into the hands of Rajagopalaswamy by devotees, not through the priest, hand to hand, devotee to Lord. This tradition of direct giving exists at almost no other temple in Tamil Nadu. People travel thousands of kilometers to have this experience. And now, for those watching in the month of Aadi, there is a specific reason to come to Mannargudi right now. Aadi Pooram is the birth star of Andal, the Tamil poetess saint who composed the Tirupavai, understood in the Sri Vaishnava tradition as an avatar of goddess Bhudevi. Andal rejected every earthly suitor. She was waiting for the Lord himself. Aadi Pooram is the day the Vaishnava tradition celebrates her as the one who succeeded in her love. At Mannargudi during Aadi Pooram, Sengamala Thayar is worshipped in the form of Andal, the goddess as the devotee who loved the Lord most completely. And Rajagopalaswamy is worshipped as Raja Mannar, the royal lord who received her love. The Aadi Pooram Car Festival within the outer prakaram brings the celebration of Andal together with the full ceremonial power of Tamil Nadu's Southern Dwaraka. At the temple, the revered Sri Vaishnava Acharya Manavala Mamanigal offered the final 10th verse of Nammalvar Thiruvaimozhi.
உன்னித்து மற்ற ஒரு தெய்வம் தொழாள் அவனை அல்லால் நும் இச்சை சொல்லி நும் தோள் குலைக்கப்படும் அன்னைமீர் மன்னப்படும் மறை வாணனை வன் தோரவதி மன்னனை ஏத்துமீன் ஏத்தலும் தொழுது ஆடுமே.
Mannargudi is located in Tiruvarur District, 50 kilometers from Kumbakonam, 45 from Tiruvarur, 100 from Tiruchi. Nearest airport is Tiruchirappalli, approximately 100 kilometers. Temple timings, morning and evening. That is the story of the Rajagopalaswamy temple, Mannargudi, where 2 sages found Dwaraka gone and the Lord sent them south, where he has been ever since. Where the most beautiful Krishna in South India wears a gopi's earring he has never removed. Where the goddess stays within the threshold because she does not need the street. Where a saint lifted a 54-foot stone with cotton and left without a word. Where the Vennai Thazhi lets you give butter directly into the Lord's hands. And where Mannargudi Madil Alagu has been a Tamil saying for centuries. In the sacred month of Aadi, Mannargudi celebrates Andal as Sengamala Thayar, received by the Lord who has been waiting in his Southern Dwaraka since the Champaka days. Which temple should we visit next in Sthala Puranam? Subscribe to Sthala Puranam for more divine temple stories.